few weeks ago, I invented a new phrase for this modern anime culture. There's going to be a lot of series in the next few years that will or have already fallen under the scope of the AOT effect. The AOT effect is a phenomenon in which an anime that casts over a multiplicative seasons demonstrates a clear rise in quality, thus lowering the overall performance of the show. This of course derives from the beloved series of AOT, the anime not the manga, just so we don't get confused here. Now this is when we get into bad takes territory, but hear me out here. My biggest gripe of the entirety of AOT is the scale of seasons 1 through 3 compared to season 4. Don't get me wrong, I love AOT. Sure, I didn't make a video about it, but that doesn't matter. I think the final season was a chef's kiss. It was amazing, such a good finale to the show. However, this is where the whole thing came to fruition. I think the early parts of AOT ruined my overall perception of the show. I think season 4 was a perfect 10 out of 10, but everything before was a setup for this. Without it, we wouldn't have the extraordinary build-up for this show, nor would we have any of the anticipation that AOT set up splendidly. But just the change of pace really changed everything about AOT. You have to remember, it took until season 3 for them to actually get past the wall, but then in season 4, they were talking about the entire world being killed through genocide and how it all affects Aaron's mind. Like the animation, the pacing, and world building just completely hits a new level in season 4 that I personally just think is insurmountable. Nothing in the first 3 seasons is close to season 4's performance. They aren't necessarily bad, but just the scale of change ruins the show in a way for me. For a longer series, you need to rate the show from start to finish, not just the final bits of it. If we only rated shows based on the beginning or final parts of it that we thought were amazing, then everyone's ratings would drastically change. So that is how I came up with the name. It's not that original, but regardless, I think it's something that you definitely need to consider because it may be overwhelming for someone if you are reviewing it or you're telling someone to watch a show. Now, the real ticket is what other series I think also fall under the category. Of course, the AOT effect will be different for everyone, but for me, a few series I think that also fall under the umbrella of the AOT effect are Demon Slayer, Seven Deadly Sins, and Kaguya-sama. These series are not as insanely affected compared to AOT, except for Seven Deadly Sins. I'm motherflipping looking at you, but I think the others definitely shifted for the better. In conclusion, I think the AOT effect is a great phrase and should be added into the anime dictionary with other phrases such as mid. I think it's quite fitting and appropriate for anime, heck, even all types of media. That's pretty much all I got to say about the AOT effect. Let me know what you guys think of it, and that's pretty much it. I'll hopefully see you next week. Have a good one.